Hello, welcome to Mary's Menagerie. Today's project will be creating a ribbon wreath. These are the 5 ribbons I'm going to be using today. 4 of them are 2.5 inches wide and 1 of them is 1.5 inches wide. The first ribbon I'm going to use, I got it at Michael's. It's 2.5 inches wide. I am going to cut 8 inches 18 times. So I'm going to need 18 pieces of each ribbon at 8 inches long. I'm using these scissors. These scissors are horrible. I ended up using them for this whole first row, and then I switched to my pinking shears. So make sure you have some good scissors that will cut ribbon easily. I decided to fold these over and to save time, but again, with my bad scissors, it was going to be too hard to cut with them folded up. So I ended up folding them up and then undoing them. Because it was easier to cut each one as it was unfolded. This is the second ribbon. I got this at Michael's too, I believe around Christmas time. After Christmas they had a sale. I think it was buy 3 get 2 free. So that's why I bought this ribbon. And again, I'm going to cut 18 pieces, 8 inches long. This ribbon I bought at Hobby Lobby, and this was my least favorite ribbon to use on this project because even though it is wired ribbon, it was real flimsy. So when it came time to scrunch it up and add it to the others, it was the wimpiest one. So I would definitely use this ribbon again if I was doing a different kind of a wreath, but if I did another wreath where I have to cut the strips, I would not use that ribbon again. This ribbon I bought at Sam's. Sam's had a special display this year where they had all different kinds of ribbon. It was like $7 for a huge roll, and I bought this one at Sam's. So again, 18 pieces, 8 inches long. This is my only ribbon that's going to be 1.5 inches wide. I also got this at Sam's. And I'm going to cut 18 pieces, 8 inches long. Okay, with all the ribbon cut, I'm now going to take this Crafter Square twine that I bought at Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm going to measure this out. I'm going to cut 18 pieces. At first I was going to do 12 inches long, and I decided, just to be safe, I'm going to do 14. By the way, this is the first time I've ever done this wreath, so I'm kind of learning on this project as I go. So I'm going to cut 18 of those pieces of twine. The next step in preparing my ribbon for making my wreath is to fold it, and I'm going to dovetail each end of each ribbon. And when you do this, you take your scissors and you start at the side that is folded over and you cut towards the side that is open, and then you make your dovetail. And you do that on every end for each one of those ribbons. Since this is just going to be the same thing over and over again, I'm going to go ahead and skip forward and to the last ribbon, but you do the same thing for all of them, even the 1.5 inch one. With all my ribbon prepared, I'm now going to scrunch up one piece of each ribbon. I'm going to keep track of which ribbon I start with, and that way at the end I will have a different ribbon on top of each bundle. So I kind of scrunch it up and I kind of crisscross them back and forth. You can notice that's the ribbon that I didn't really like. It looks kind of wimpy. But the ones from Michael's and the ones from Sam's are really good. So the first one's going to have the yellow on top. And then I take my twine and I'm going to wrap it around, and then I'm going to twist it a couple times, and then I'm going to knot it as tightly as I can. I started to fluff this little bundle, but really you can do the fluffing at the end once you get everything on the wreath. But that's what I'm doing here, is I'm kind of making it look good, trying to make it look as good as I can, which I'll still have to do that again later. Now I start with the second ribbon first, and then I go down the row and I scrunch them up and I crisscross them. And instead of having the yellow as the last one on top, it's going to be the one I started with first. Take my string, I twist it, and then I tie, I think I tied three knots, maybe 2 knots. 2 knots, and then I fluff it a little bit. Now I'm starting with the third ribbon. Go down the row, scrunch them up, crisscross them, and then I'm going to tie it up, and I keep going, and I'm going to make 18 bundles. That's why I cut each ribbon into 18 strips, is because I have to have 18 bundles by the time I'm done. Once I go all the way through using each ribbon as my starting ribbon, then I start over again. So I have 5 bundles, I'm on my 6th bundle, and I've started at the beginning, and I'm going to just keep going until I run out of ribbon. I picked up this wreath frame at Dollar Tree. This is a 14-inch frame, and it has 6 sections. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to take each bundle and I'm going to put 2 on the second ring from the center and 1 on the third ring from the center. And then in the next section, I'm going to rotate that. I'm going to put 2 on the third ring and 1 on the second. So here I am tying this first one to the front of the frame. I have it backwards and I'm tying on the back. on the second ring from the center. And I'm going to actually put 3 knots in there and just tie it on there as tight as I can. I did the second one, and I don't know what happened to my video, but I tied the second one on the 3rd ring from the center. And now I'm going to tie the 3rd bundle on the 2nd ring from the center again in that first section. So I'm going to put 3 bundles in each of the 6 sections of my wreath frame. I'm going to flip it over and you can kind of see what it's going to look like. They look like they're kind of far apart, but once I get all of the bundles on there, they'll be a lot closer together because they take up, the more you put on there, you have to kind of squinch them together. So now I'm going to continue. I did 2, 3, 2. Now I'm going to do 3, 2, 3. So I put that bundle on the 3rd row. I'm putting this one on the 2nd, and then the next one goes on the 3rd again. Okay, from now on, and next time I make this wreath, I'm always going to put the first bundle not only on the 3rd or 2nd row, but I'm also going to include it in a little crossbar. That way, every 3 bundles will be in a secure spot on the wreath. And I should have done that from the beginning, but I just realized that I should have done that all along. So again, it's my first try, and I'm trying to figure things out as I go. Okay, so here I am starting a new section again. This time I'm putting the bundle on the 2nd ring, and I'm also tying it to the crossbar. Okay, I'm almost done getting those bundles on the wreath frame. Alright, I'm going to flip it over, and now it's time to fluff all the ribbon to make it as full looking as possible. So that's what I'm going to do here. The next step is to cut all the excess twine off the back. And here we have the completed wreath, which you could stop here and hang it up on your wall, but I am actually going to make a bow to add to it. And I want to apologize because when I was doing this, I didn't realize I was off the camera. But this is how I make my bows. I just keep making loops until I have as many loops as I want, and then I'm going to use zip ties to secure it. So I'm going to take this zip tie and I'm going to tighten it up as tight as I can. I know you can't really see this, but I'm actually fluffing the bow off camera. Sorry about that. And I'm going to cut my tail, and then I'm going to add another tail on there using another zip tie to attach it. Here I'm cutting the extra piece of ribbon from the extra tail that I put on there, and I'm cutting off the extra zip tie pieces. Here I'm fluffing the bow off camera again, sorry about that. And now I'm going to add it to my wreath, seeing what it looks like, which is off camera. You can't see it very well, sorry about that. And now I'm going to take another piece of twine, and I'm going to tie it through the ribbon and then through both the second and the third rings from the center. The last step is to fold my ribbon tails and use my scissors to dovetail it. Again, going from the close side to the open edges. I'm going to do that to both of them, and then I'll probably fluff it a little bit more and I will be finished. And here is the final result. Thank you for watching Mary's Menagerie. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.